A potential third-party challenger to the White House is ramping up its efforts to get a candidate onto the ballot in all 50 states for the 2024 election. On Monday, the group called No Labels officially launched with an event in New Hampshire. The group's leaders are signaling the possibility of putting forth a, quote, bipartisan unity ticket with one Democrat and one Republican, if President Biden and former President Trump end up being the only two options in next year's general election. The idea is sparking concerns among Democrats and some Republicans over fears it could split critical votes. The No Labels group hosted a town hall with national leaders like Utah's former Republican Governor Jon Huntsman and notably Democratic Senator Joe Manchin, who would not rule out running in 2024.
What we're talking about here is that No Labels is something I've believed in for a long time, trying to bring people together. I believe in America promises. I don't believe in the promises from the two parties we have right now because they've gone so far to the left and the right.
No Labels says it is not a political party and bills itself as a, quote, moderate alternative to a divided electorate. The group has been around for more than 10 years, but this launch is the furthest they've really gone in seriously considering a third-party ticket. This amid polling that shows a significant fraction of Americans do not want to see another Biden-Trump rematch next year. Specifically, 70% of voters said in April Biden shouldn't run for re-election. Comparatively, 60% believe Trump shouldn't either, according to NBC polling. And while this is being viewed as an opening for a third-party group like No Labels, the reality is no third-party candidate has ever won a presidential election, at least since the two-party system became a thing. And given that polling shows Trump and Biden both have disapproval ratings above the 50% mark, critics argue even a slight poll by a third party risks changing the entire outcome of the election.
The two-party system is so deeply entrenched that just this No Labels third-party group getting in is only going to serve as a spoiler to one side. I tend to think that it ends up being a spoiler against Biden in favor of Trump.
There is no way on God's green earth that they can get to 270 electoral votes, which means they will be a spoiler.
But No Labels co-chairman Joe Lieberman says it won't get to that point, indicating the group will stay out of the 2024 race if it seems they would spoil it.
We have said all along that we're not yearning to run a third-party ticket. If one or both parties move more toward the center in their policies, George, and maybe think about the two candidates being so unpopular among the American people, we won't run. We also said we won't run if the polling shows we're going to be spoilers.
No Labels has already gained ballot access in Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Oregon, and most recently Utah, according to the group, which is aiming to raise $70 million for its efforts around the country. For more details about this group and what policies they're advocating for, you can click the links in my article for this story at san.com.